Day 8 video recording. You can start when you're ready.
Good morning, my name is Vanessa, and I am reading to you Tuesday of week 2, Advent Devotional, and starting with the scripture from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord my whole life long. Several years ago, I read a quote from a Carmelite nun and spiritual writer, Ruth Burroughs, that dramatically altered the way I engage with God. She described God's love as something that was always at work, giving God's self to us. We didn't have to work hard to entertain, pacify, or reach God to be loved. Instead, she said, if we truly understand who God is and what God is about, then our work is simply to let ourselves be loved. Let ourselves be given to and let ourselves be worked upon by this great God. It sounds so beautiful, but practically speaking, how do we let ourselves be loved? How do we take on a posture of humble receptivity when we are so used to producing and performing? The metaphor we are given of God as our shepherd is a helpful place to begin, especially in our seasons of waiting when things are not moving as fast as we'd like. It's challenging to put ourselves in the position of the sheep instead of assuming the role of the shepherd. It requires submission, acknowledging that we need to be led and cared for. When Jesus called himself the Good Shepherd, he was calling on the imagery of Psalm 23 and inviting us to know his love in this very particular way. When I enter Psalm 23 imagining Jesus as my shepherd, the first thing I'm confronted with is my difficulty to believe I have all I need. Usually I'm surrounded by people and businesses reminding me of everything I don't have. What would it be like to be with a person whose very presence assured me I have enough? When I trust this truth, there is a settled peace that feels really good. I imagine myself having a great time meandering the Galilean hillsides with Jesus until he tells me it's time to take a nap. Then I feel my inner rebellious toddler rise up, indignant at the suggestion that he knows what I need better than I do. But when I finally give in and flop down, I realize he's right. I've been so used to living life in the rapids that walking along the quiet streams takes some time to get used to. But now that I'm getting there, my tiredness kicks in. I have to admit, I can do a great job keeping myself busy, productive, distracted, or entertained, but he is the only one who knows how to restore my soul. The tools of the trade, a shepherd's rod and staff, don't sound all that comforting at first, but then I realize how he uses them, gently prodding and guiding me in the paths he knows are right. Even when I can't see his face, I know he's there. It's a huge relief to know I'm not alone, that I don't have to figure out my own route. I wish he would lead us around the dark valleys of fear and death instead of through them, but he doesn't. What he does is to stay with me so I don't go through them alone. When we arrive at a place surrounded by those who want to do me harm, I look at Jesus in alarm. Where have you brought me? And I notice it's here he decides to unpack the picnic basket. He prepares a feast for me, right in the midst of danger, and I'm not harmed. His love and favor wash over me, and I am deeply aware that nothing could ever separate me from his love. These gifts of mercy and goodness will go with me everywhere for the rest of my life, because my good shepherd is with me always.